States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next is roll call.
For the Board of Commissioners, we have William Allen,
Present.
Willie Cook,
Present.
Frida Graves, Attorney Jewel Harris Jr.,
Present.
Executive Director Reagan Hatcher, and Finance Manager Jerome Foster. And that ends roll call.
With 3 commissioners present, along with the rest of staff, we do have a quorum. Moving on the agenda, we have certification pursuant to Indiana law, section 5-14-1.5-6.1. I certify that prior to the start of today's meeting, there was an executive session held. There was nothing discussed in the executive session that was not indicated on the posted notice. That being in compliance with Indiana statutes, there were no final votes held during the executive session. Does any commissioner dissent?
I'm here.
Okay, moving on. Next, we have the bid opening. We have sanitary sewer repair at 301 King Street. We have no bids here in person, but it looks like we do have some submissions online.
And these bids are for the sanitary sewer repair located at 301 King Street. The first bid is submitted by Gary Up Construction, located in Gary. Slide over. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, we'll take that one.
They submitted a no bid.
Okay, okay. All right, no bid from Gary Up Construction. Next bidder is LGS Plumbing. I think they're located in Crown Point. Yep, Crown Point. And their bid is in the lump sum amount of $46,000. Next bid is submitted by Met Sewer. And their bid is in the lump sum amount of $45,000. And a no bid from Quality Parts Center. Right, and that's all the bids. Nothing on paper. We got nothing on paper. Mr. President, I recommend that staff review these bids and report back at our next meeting.
Okay. Moving on the agenda, we have minutes. We have the executive session and regular meeting minutes of May 1st, 2026. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the minutes as presented.
Motion has been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
and Commissioner Graves. The vote is 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the executive session and regular meeting minutes of May 1st, 2026 have been approved. Next, we have new business, 2.1 payroll earnings. Mr. Foster?
Thank you. I make a recommendation to approve GSD payroll earnings for period ending April 6, 2026 through April 19, 2026 in the amount of $299,309.97.
Okay, we have a recommendation for acceptance of payroll earnings. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the payroll earnings for this period.
Okay, motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion on payroll? All right, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, payroll earnings in the amount of $299,309.97 has been approved. Next, we have 2.2.
2.2 is an award of bid to LGS. Jabez Anderson is present and can give further information.
Greetings, Board. So this is for the repair of a sewer line that is damaged in the street. The line, there's also a section of line that runs underneath the cemetery or within the cemetery. And so we're proposing to line that section and then to point repair the section that is failed in the street, and then line that. And we also want to change that manhole that is in the middle of the street. So that is what this particular job is for. We recommend that LGS Plumbing is awarded the bid for the amount not to exceed $198,700.
Okay, and then, for the record, we did receive other pricing too, right? Yep. I'm seeing,
So both 2.2 and 2.3, I believe, was opened at the last board meeting. Those bids were opened at the last board meeting. Each of those received, if I'm not mistaken, 3 bids.
yep. And that's included in the packet as well. Okay, after hearing the recommendation for 2.2, what is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this particular item.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded for 2.2. Any discussion? Comments or questions? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please, for 2.2. Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, 2.2, which is an award of bid to LGS Plumbing for point repair and CIPP lining located at 4309 Buchanan Street, in the amount not to exceed $198,700, 0 cents has been approved. Next, we have 2.3.
2.3 is net sewer for 960 Matthew Street.
Yes, this is a failed sewer line in the alleyway behind a resident at 960 Matthews Street. The line has failed next to the manhole. The manhole is in okay condition, but the line is allowing for sand and infiltration into the sewer. So we propose that Metz Sewer Plumbing and Pumping LLC is awarded the bid for an amount not to exceed $42,600.
Okay, thank you for the overview and recommendation for item 2.3. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the bid to Met Sewer as presented.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded for 2.3. Any discussion?
Is there something that I can input at this moment?
Yeah.
I could award or recommend an award for the bid for 309 King Street at the moment. It's a pretty straightforward job, and we only have the 2 no bids in the bid, so this should be pretty. I can give a recommendation at this moment if possible or if desired.
Yeah, we can maybe circle back,
Okay.
and we'll treat that as like item 2.6.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Also, for the record, included in the recommendation and submission for the point repair at 9th Street are contractors such as LGS Plumbing and Gary Up Construction have also submitted a quote. But Met Sewer's Plumbing and Pumping was found to be the lowest and most responsive bidder. If there are no further comments, roll call, please, for item 2.3.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes.
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, 2.3 has been approved, which was an award to bid to Met Sewer's Plumbing and Pumping for to exceed amount of $42,600 for 960 Matthew Street. At this time, can we please have a motion to amend the agenda to add the recommendation for 301 King Street Point Repair as item 2.6?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of what you just asked we do, having that as 2.6.
Thank you. Is
The
there,
repair at King
is there a
Street.
second? Okay. The motion's been made and seconded to amend the agenda. 2.6 will now be the recommendation for acceptance for the point repair for 301 King Street. Okay, so moving along on the agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes,
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the agenda has been amended. Next on the agenda, we have 2.4.
2.4, and our superintendent Austin is here for a Siemens pump with motor replacement for $38,000.
Okay.
Good morning or afternoon.
Afternoon, yes, right.
Yeah, that's right. So this pump is for Marquette Lift Station. It requires 3 pumps to operate at its full capacity. We have 1 pump out of service, so this was added to the agenda in order to replace that pump that is out of service, so we can have 3 operating to its full capacity. So yeah, that's all I have for that one.
Thank you for the overview and recommendation. What is the pleasure of the board for item 2.4?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage, the purchase of the pump.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any other discussion or questions for 2.4? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes,
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the purchase of the Yeoman's pump with the motor replacement for a not to exceed amount of $38,072 has been approved. Next on the agenda, we have 2.5.
2.5 is for the belt filter presses, which Superintendent Austin is also going to explain. I just want to clear the number. We have $28,000 on the agenda. The amount is actually $28,166.
28 or 27?
$28,166.
Because the document reads 27,162. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, these are just belts that we need to operate for our dewatering belt filter presses. We get them every year or so. So this is just to replace the ones that we need to have in stock for the dewatering building.
Okay, and then, so what is the exact dollar amount that's being requested for approval?
28,000, what was it, Reagan? I thought it was.
$28,160.
166. 0 cents? Okay. Okay, after hearing the overview and recommendation, what is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for acceptance of this bid.
Okay, we have a motion.
For
Is
the
there a
belt
second?
purchase,
Oh, sorry.
for the belt purchase at $28,166.
Well, motion's been made. Is there a second? Been made and seconded. Any discussion or further discussion? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen,
Yes.
Commissioner Cook,
Yes,
and Commissioner Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the purchase of the belts from Comline Sanderson for a not to exceed amount of $28,166.00 has been approved. Okay, next we have the amended item for the agenda 2.6. This is the recommendation for the sewer repair at 301 King Street.
Yeah, so again, I recommend Met Sewer Plumbing and Pumping LLC for the repair of the sewer line at 301 King Street for the amount of $45,000.
You said Meta Sewer,
Plumbing and Pumping LLC.
Plumbing and
Plumbing and Pumping.
Plumbing and,
Yeah, I got confused on it too.
okay. Okay, after hearing the overview and recommendation for 2.6.
Mr. Chair,
Mm-hmm.
are you saying you're asking for the recommendation?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Chair, I recommend that we accept this bid for Met Sewer at
Okay.
$45,000, item 2.6.
We have a motion to accept item 2.6. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please. Yes.
Yes.
And Commissioner Graves? The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, 2.6 has been approved, which was the award of bid to Met Sewers Plumbing and Pumping LLC for a not-to-exceed amount of $45,000 for the repair work within the vicinity of 301 King Street. Okay, next on the agenda brings us to claims. First item is the ratification of GSD claims. Mr. Foster?
Yes. Yes, ratification of GSD claim numbers 737 through 763, paid on May 4th, in the amount of $717,982.12.
Okay, we have a recommendation for acceptance of ratification of claims. What is the pleasure of the board for 3.1?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of item number 3.1.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded for 3.1. Any discussion on claims or ratification of claims? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
And Commissioner Graves? The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the ratification of claims for an amount of $717,982.12 has been approved. Next, we have claims, numbers 764 through 915. Mr. Foster? Okay, thank you for the overview and recommendation. For claims, what is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of this item.
Motion's been made. Is there a second for 3.2? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion on claims? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
Commissioner Cook?
Yes.
And Commissioner Graves? The vote was 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, claims in the amount of $1,062,351.15 has been approved. Okay, next on the agenda, we have information updates. We have GSD plan activities. Mr. Austin?
All right, so last week I released a RFB, request for bids, for the sludge dewatering roof replacement project. That roof has been in disarray for some time now and needs some repairs. And that's where we house our belt filter presses, and is the last stop at the plant for solids removal before they're hauled off to a landfill. So I released the bid last week and hoping to get the sealed bids at the next board meeting on June 5th. So I'll have a pre-bid meeting occurring next week on Wednesday for contractors to come on site so they can walk the facility, inspect the roof, and then submit proposals by the requested date as sealed bids for the next board meeting. Currently, as you may know already, we are on fire watch in the administration building. We've had the Gary Fire Department have a staff on site to make sure that, if any issues happen where there's a fire or emergency, that they're here on site to address it and help us deal with that, because our systems have, our alarm system and our sprinkler system needs to be repaired and serviced. So they've been here for about a couple weeks now, and we're nearing the end of requiring the fire watch as we get our systems upgraded and up to speed with the current code and requirements. So we just put a bid out there, not a bid, a quote that's in the process of being approved for a fire sprinkler system service to get our sprinklers up and running, as well as fire alarms as well in this building. So as soon as we get that up and going, we'll be off the fire watch. And lastly, I just have a few updates on lift stations. In this week, we've been doing some in-house removal of HVAC rooftop units that are obsolete and no longer running or working at 27th and Chase, as we work on our modernization efforts and system modernization of those outdated and obsolete units. We did that in-house, the demo job yesterday and today. As well as we have some concrete work and protective structural improvements occurring at 25th and Georgia Regulator. It was a site that would continuously be hit by trucks coming in and out of the alley or vehicles damaging the regulator. That was something that was cited last time Item was here. So since then, we've been working on creating a concrete pour around the area for structural stability, as well as putting in barriers or billiards, as you could say, to protect the regulator, to prevent it from being hit by traffic or cars coming in and out of that area. So we're also looking at our generators around the plant and around different facilities to make sure that we have up and running generators and backups available in case we have a power outage or we have older generators that just need to be serviced. So we're doing a lot of these things just to make sure that we're thinking ahead and correcting issues before they occur. And those are just a few of my updates for the plant.
Do we have any comments or questions on plant activities?
Not here.
For the sprinkler or fire upgrades,
Yes.
do we see that work being completed by the end of the month? Do you think it'll carry over into the following month?
I believe it should be done as soon as it gets approved and we get a schedule in. I'm thinking because next week is Memorial Weekend, it's probably going to be done no later than the first couple weeks of June.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. Off record, no. But no, we should have it done fairly quickly. We've been talking to Reliable Fire Equipment, and they seem ready to go. So we should be off fire watch soon.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for plant activities for Mr. Austin? All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next, we have GSD construction activities. Mr. Anderson?
Hi, it's me again. So everything is holding steady and pushing forward. US 20 Complete Street is, they're currently preparing for the concrete work between Clay and Elkhart Street. Just to get this out ahead of time, Ms. Cook, we are going to pave the whole street, just to reiterate that. They're planning on pouring concrete for the curb on the southeast side of Clay Street. And then they'll continue to progress towards the pavement repair. According to IDEM, there has been an extra pond excavation added to the project, so that will be happening most likely after all of the concrete work, but I'll have to get with the contractor on that to be sure. Then for 27th and Chase Street Forest Main relocation, Phase 3, the project is constantly pushing forward. We're tying in the new force main to the existing force main on 19th Avenue, and then we're going to prepare for the we're going to prepare the area for paving between 21st and 23rd Avenue. That should be happening this week and next week. And then future work, the tie-in to the south side on 23rd Avenue, so the area south of 23rd Avenue. And then the, of course, street paving after that. That is everything that we have going on currently at the moment. Do you have any questions?
Any comments or questions on construction activities? I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is discussion. Are there any items or topics that need to be discussed at this time? We do have a note here. Speaking of the holiday, due to the board meeting scheduled for Friday, July 3rd, since it is a holiday, that meeting will be canceled. I guess we'll send out notice if the meeting is to be rescheduled.
Yeah, so we'll hold both of our June meetings, and we'll figure out July after that. We'll announce July's first meeting at the second June meeting.
Okay, and then for the record, that last meeting in June is Thursday, June 18th. Okay, any other items to discuss? Okay. Next is requests to speak. Are there any requests?
Yes, sir, there's one person that has requested to speak, and that's Bob Day.
Okay. Just please state your name for the record.
Bob Day, Day's Asphalt. I have a concern. You guys have doing business with Rex, Metz, LGS, Grimmer. All these companies are union companies. They pay union wages, okay? And most of them have no Gary residents working for them. Now, I'm a union company, union asphalt company. When I bid work for you guys, I don't expect to bid against non-union companies. None of these other guys bid against non-union companies. They bid against each other. So why am I bidding against non-union companies? Non-union companies that don't have equipment, don't employ Gary resident, okay? And most of them work for someone else. They're not legitimate businesses. And I feel like I shouldn't be bidding against these guys. And I'd like you guys to address that, look into it, and stop it. Because there's a reason why the union companies don't bid the little repairs that I do. And that reason is because there ain't no money in it. Ain't no money in there. That's why they don't bother with it. So you got a Gary contractor right here willing to do these repairs for you guys. I've been doing them for you for years. And all of a sudden, I got to bid against non-union. So if you guys are not going to address it, let's get a certified payroll or something and make them pay the same thing that I have to pay. Because all the other union companies pay the same thing to their operators and laborers. That's pretty easy to understand, isn't it? I think so. So I would like to see something done about that. And I don't think it's fair because these are small repairs. You're not going to get rich on them. Like they're under $3,000 repairs, and you guys just awarded probably $1 million worth of work. I'm talking about very little money in repairs. I should not have to bid against non-union. That's it.
All right, thank you. Do we have any other requests to speak?
No, sir, there was no one else requesting to speak this afternoon.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved, Mr. Chair. Move for adjournment.
Is there a second? Signify by all those by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? The ayes have it, meeting is adjourned. Okay, we're gonna go into stormwater at this time. Okay, thank you for being here. This is the Gary Stormwater Management District meeting. Again, today is Friday, May 15th. Can we please have roll call?
For the Board of Directors, we have William Allen,
Present.
Willie Cook,
Present.
Frida Graves. Attorney Jewel Harris Jr.
Present.
Executive Director Reagan Hatcher.
Present.
And Finance Manager Jerome Foster.
Present.
That's the end of roll call.
With 3 directors present, and the rest of staff, we do have a quorum. Next on the agenda is certification, which I'll read aloud pursuant to Indiana law, section 5-14-1.5-6.1. I certify that prior to the start of today's meeting, there was an executive session held. There was nothing discussed in the executive session that was not indicated on the posted notice. That being in compliance with Indiana statutes, there were no final votes held during the executive session. Does any member dissent?
None here.
Okay, hearing none, we'll move along. Next is minutes. We have the executive session and regular meeting minutes of May 1st, 2026. What is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the regular meeting minutes, rather, for that date as listed.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded for the minutes of May 1st, 2026. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Director Allen,
Yes.
Director Cook,
Yes.
and Director Graves. The vote was 3 ayes with 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the executive session and regular meeting minutes of May 1st, 2026 have both been approved. Next, we have under new business 2.1, payroll earnings. Mr. Foster?
Thank you. I recommend GSWMD payroll earnings for period ending April 6, 2026 through April 19, 2026 in amount of $54,649.48.
Okay, after hearing the overview and recommendation for payroll earnings, what is the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the payroll earnings as presented.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion on the payroll earnings? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Director Allen,
Yes.
Director Cook,
Yes.
and Director Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, payroll earnings in the amount of $54,649.48 has been approved. Next, we have claims. 3.1, ratification of claims. Mr. Foster?
Yes, ratification of GSWMD claim number 71 through 77 paid on May 4th in the amount of $45,402.24.
All right, thank you for the overview. What is the pleasure of the board for ratification of claims?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of that claim presentation for the period listed.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion on ratification of claims? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Director Allen,
Yes.
Director Cook,
Yes.
and Director Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the ratification of claims in the amount of $45,402.24 has been approved. Still under claims, we have regular claims. Mr. Foster?
Yes, GSWMD claim number 78 through 93 in the amount of $20,291.60.
All right, thank you for the overview. What is the pleasure of the board for claims?
Mr. Chair, I move for passage of the claims 78 through 93.
Motion's been made. Is there a second? Motion's been made and properly seconded. Any discussion, any comments or questions? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Director Allen,
Yes.
Director Cook,
Yes.
and Director Graves. The vote was 3 ayes and 0 noes.
With 3 ayes and 0 noes, the claims number 78 through 93 in the amount of $20,291.60 has been approved. Next, we have information updates, MS4 updates. Ms. Thomas?
Yes, Ms. Thomas is not here today, so I just want to remind everyone that our household hazardous waste collection event is on Saturday, May 30th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Hudson Campbell. Bring old paint, old medicine, tanks, batteries, anything that you know should not go in the trash. Please bring that to us on Saturday, May 30th, from 9 to 2. And our normal monthly MS4 meeting will be next week. Thank you.
All right, any comments or questions on the update? Okay, next is discussion. Are there any topics or items that need to be discussed at this time? Just similar to sanitary district, our next meeting will be June, the second meeting in June will be June 18th. And then for the rescheduled meeting, or if it's going to be rescheduled, we'll announce it then. Are there any requests to speak? Is there a motion for adjournment?
I move for adjournment, Mr. Chair.
Is there a second? Signify by all those by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? All right, the ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.